episode 7 of Create Astral. Today, what we're going to be doing is we are going to get our forge ready to go. That's going to go right here with the Hephaestus mod, because, as we saw last time, when we went down here, we saw somewhere over here, I believe it might be this, I think it might be that, there's a shipwreck over here. There's some other weird thing over here somewhere. This kind of looks like it's some sort of building on top of the slime island, although I don't think we're going to get to that. But then I also started just wandering over this direction. And first off, that kind of looks like something there, although I think that might just be a thing. But there's a whole village over here. And there's something here. I don't know what it is. I kind of think it's like a ruined village or something. I don't know if that's a thing. But I want to go and have an explore. But I kind of want to upgrade our gear before that, because we're still rocking the old iron armor right now, which is starting to kind of wear down. It's not the worst, but also like we have the stone sword, we got stone pickaxes, all that stuff. So what we're going to do is we're going to first go back into our quest book, and the first thing we need to do this is we need to make some seared bricks. To do that, we're going to take our grout, which we made a while ago, and we're just going to chuck it into a furnace. And that's going to make us some seared bricks. You also notice I started adding more walls to the factory finally. It's very slow going, but eventually we'll have walls around this entire thing. So we'll let that cook. Another thing that I did while we're waiting for those to process is I took the couple of... actually, while I'm here, I'm going to get some food. I took the couple of pieces of rice that we found last time, and over past the pumpkin patch and the carrots, I made a little rice farm. It's not actually doing anything yet, but I think the way that this can work is in the same way as our kelp farm works, where this thing will swing around with a harvester, harvest the top things, and hopefully that's it. If that doesn't work, then we drop that down by one and then harvest it that way, and then that should still work, I think. But we'll have to just experiment. I kind of want to let this grow first to see what it does. One other thing that I just realized, is there's a drilling diamonds task. We just get some emeralds, which is cool. We can go on to make an enchanting table, but honestly, I don't think we need to do that. I would rather just get the upgraded gear. I think that would be a little bit better use of our time. The other thing that we could do is, I believe with the cooking thing, we need to make ourselves a knife if we actually want to make some food. That, I believe, is really easy. I think we need, like, an iron nugget and a stick or something. Let's just check real quick. We can make a flint knife, tin knife, gold knife, diamond knife, nether knife, and then there are a couple other things. Maybe, I guess I make it out of tin instead. Do I have tin? Yes. Tin. And was it a stick? Yep. I've got lots of sticks. Let's just make this real quick. Have a little knife. Got an advancement for that as well. And I think what we can do is, if we go to the cutting board, I put a piece of chicken on here, and if we right click it, we get some cooked chicken cuts, which we can then use to make different things, like a chicken sandwich, which I think is better than the egg sandwich we have. But we'd need to find some cabbage first, which we don't actually have. Is there a way to find cabbages? It might just be in a chest, which means that we need to go and explore more. There are wild cabbages, it looks like. But we need to find those first. We can, I imagine, also make some sliced up mutton. Nice. And we can use that for a number of things as well. Unfortunately, I do not think we can make any of these. We don't even have potatoes, I don't think. but we can keep them as food for now, so that we can use them later. Another thing that we can do while our grout is cooking up is we can actually make some of these things. So we can make a copper back tank. I don't know how to fill it full of air though, so let's start with the copper diving helmet. We just need copper and some sort of glass. I'm pretty sure that we have all of those things in here. We have exactly 5 pieces of copper. It's pretty lucky. And we have 1 piece of glass. There's actually another just random piece of copper in there. Let's just grab that. And so, we can now make a copper diving helmet. I think that means that we can put our old thing in there, put it on, and I look proper ready for a swim in the ocean. I think that'll let us explore the water a little bit easier. We can also make some leaded boots. Copper diving boots, which requires 4 copper, a couple andesite alloys. So let's see if we can do that. Do I have any more copper? I don't think I did. No. So I'll have to go get some. It looks like I only have 2 andesite alloys left. I might have to make some more at some point. But we can make some diving boots. What's also kind of cool about the diving boots, they're actually not as good as my current boots, that's okay. I do seem to be walking slower in them. Right? Yep, just walk normally. And then I put these on. Maybe not. Maybe that's just my imagination. What's cool about these, though, is besides... they'll actually prevent me from moving on a conveyor belt, which isn't super useful, but also I will sink to the bottom a lot faster, and I can kind of jump in the water. Now, the other question I have is, if I put the diving helmet on, do I get more breathing already? No. So I'll need to make the copper back tank, I think. So while we've been messing around trying to get the various diving equipment, which I should now actually be able to make, let's make that copper tank real quick. Nice. Now I wonder how I actually pressurize it. I might just have to attach it to something, I think, maybe? It just collects stuff. I'm not entirely sure. What happens if I stick it on here? Oh, that's not good. Is that only because those two things are working at different speeds? Quite possibly. That was if I attach it to here. Can I rotate this? It does actually look like it's got like some gears on the back. Where can I attach this to? There we go. So it looks like it's going to take 15 minutes for it to fully charge, but this will be our charging station, I guess. But either way, we've now completed that. So we get 5 Nautilus shells. I'm sure those will be helpful. But more importantly, our seared bricks are done. So we've completed that. We get puny smelting and just 32 bricks, which is great. Then we need to make a seared melter. So we have to place this above a tank or a heater to fuel it. That's going to require zinc, fluid tanks, and some seared bricks. Fluid tanks are barrels and copper sheets, which we just need some wood for. So let's start off by making a bunch of barrels, because I think we're going to need a few of them. So I've made 21 barrels. We then need a whole bunch of copper. Right now we have 1 copper sheet. We're going to need a bunch more, so let's throw it onto the press. The very slow press that I should at some point update. We'll also need a seared heater for this, and that's just a bunch of seared bricks. So while our copper is being made, let's make one of these, I think we're also going to need... How do I make the seared bricks? Definitely gonna need one of those. What else did we need for this? How do I make those? Ah, I need to stick them together with sap. Okay. So, that means I'm going to need to actually go and collect some of the rubber trees that we made. So it's a good thing that we made those. One other thing I can make while we're looking at stuff is some engineer's goggles. We need a golden sheet, some rubber, and some glass. I'm pretty sure we have all of those. Golden sheet, rubber, and I think glass was in here, so let's take 2 of those. I should maybe start making some more glass as well, because I think we're going to need it for the fuel tank, or the liquid tanks. But we got some engineer's goggles, we can stick those on. Now we look like a proper engineer. And most importantly, this lets us see how much stress is being used for various things. This thing is taking an awful lot of stress. These aren't contributing too much. Let's grab a sand from in here, though. And let's start smelting that up. So we're ready to make the fuel tanks. Let's take some of our barrels, take some of our copper sheets, and we'll just make 5 of them for now, because why not? Seems like there's another thunderstorm. That's a bit scary, but hopefully we're safe with our nice brick walls. Then we need some zinc, and we need some seared bricks. The zinc I think we have. If it's not in here, is it in here? Yes, we got lots of zinc. And we're unfortunately still waiting on the other things to cook up. Oh, we get 3 stressometers for making those goggles. I didn't actually realize that. We don't really need them right now, but they're kind of cool. They're very much just a extra gadget. Now that we've got sap ready to go, we can throw in, I believe it's 4 seared bricks. 4 for every one of these. I think we need 4 of those, so we'll chuck those in, and we'll let them mix up, so we get some seared bricks. Just like that. And then we can build the remaining things. So to build the seared melter, that's where we need the fluid tank, some ingots, and these seared bricks. So these go in like this. The fluid tank goes up here. Then our zinc goes around the ends. Cool. So we've completed the sear melter. I feel there's another sap quest somewhere that I finished. It might be an automation. Either way, we've got this done. We get a really fancy axe, which arguably is all we need weapon-wise. We get some coal, and we get some more seared bricks, which is great. And I guess we can ponder this and see what we need to do with it. So it looks like we just put the seared tank on top. We put this thing underneath, and then we'll need a casting table off to the side. So, if we take these things, and these are basically going to go here. That goes like that. This goes on top. And I guess we just put charcoal underneath. And I'm guessing that's the output. I think the next thing we do need to make is a seared faucet, which is, again, easy enough. So let's go back over here. I might actually grab 4 wood so I can make a crafting table. And then I can just do stuff over in this spot. Like so. Let's put this off to the side. And then we make a spout. Or a faucet even. So if we attach that to the side, That's completed this quest. We don't need to do this, but there's no smeltery. That's good to know. And then we need to make a casting table. I think that's the first thing I want to make. Although I might just make both of them because I have enough seared bricks. So we do that. And then we also make a casting basin. And I think we just stick these on either sides. We'll get another seared faucet over here, like so, and if we right-click this, we can see this is where we can put stuff in. So I think what we actually want to start with is we want to start with making reusable casts, which we actually get a few of, but not reusable ones. So we want to make a gold cast. I think let's make ourselves a better pickaxe. What is that? Gold platform, interesting. So to make a pickaxe, we're going to need a pick head, which means we're going to need to go back over here to back in the day where we used to use these things. And we just need to grab a cobblestone, grab a couple, stick these in there, make ourselves a pick head, and then let's grab some gold. I have 14 raw gold, so that should be plenty. And then we put the pickaxe head here. We put the gold in here. And I think we can make this bigger to process more of this at a time. But we'll see it's melting up, and eventually it'll become liquid gold. And we actually get an extra ingot from this as well, compared to what we would normally get. So this is actually a better way of already kind of mechanizing and making stuff more efficient. Either way, this thing's filling with gold, so we can spout out some of this to make ourselves a cast, which accomplished another one of our tasks. We have to make all of them eventually, and we actually had a lot of gold and diamonds for that. But that's where we can start making more interesting stuff. Looks like we're also going to need to make a tinker's anvil, which does not look like it's going to be easy. Yeah, that looks like it's going to be a pain in the butt. Because I don't know what most of those items are. One of those might actually be bronze. We might be able to do that one. So now that we have our smeltery ready, we can actually start to make some tools. So I'm going to chuck in an entire block of iron. Yes, let's do 2 just in case. And the first thing that we really need is a pickaxe. So we're going to stick this in here. This is slowly melting up. And we're going to make ourselves a pickaxe. Because these stone ones are fine, but they're not great. They don't last very long. Cool, so we got 1 block. So let's make ourselves a pick head. Perfect. So now we have that. The other items I want to make, we don't really need a sword since we have this super axe. But what I would like to make is something... Ooh, do I need a different item for making stuff? Quite possibly. But what I would like to do is make a broad axe so we can cut down trees a little bit more easily. So I pour that one in. Unfortunately, I used 1 too many ingots, so we're going to stick that one back in. This is drying out. And now we have this ready to go. Next thing we're going to need to do, after this is all melted back up, which looks like it is we're going to need a couple tool rods to make this a little bit or at least the pickaxe, make it stronger. And for that, we're going to use some copper. And while that's cooking up, we have a tool rod here. While that's cooking up, let's just check what we need in order to actually make this. Although this might not tell us. Yeah, I'm not sure how we actually make these other items. Let's pour out a tool rod. Let's look up at Hephaestus. Where are the tool stations? So there's some seared stuff. That's not what we need. Here's all the different items. There's like 4 pages of this because you can use literally all of these things. But I don't... Did I just like not see the thing? Oh, I also killed another raid guy. Which doesn't actually bode well if we want to go visit a village. Ah, here we go. Part builder, tinker station. Oh, we need to make the anvil. Okay, that makes more sense. For that, we're going to need to make some blocks of brass. I completely forgot that was a thing. Fortunately, I think I should have... Ooh, did we turn them all into bronze? Do we have any other bronze left? No. Okay, that makes more sense. Either way, we can at least make a pickaxe. So we're going to grab that. And to make a pickaxe, we need... Not that, we need this, we need that, and then we need some sort of binding. I'm kind of thinking we make it out of copper as well, since I think copper is supposed to be pretty good. So we'll switch that out, stick that on there, and right-click that. And we have that ready to go, good. So we can stick this on here, and we get a iron pickaxe. Which I think the dwarven means that you dig faster underground, which is kind of cool. Now, as for the broadaxe, what we need is we need to build this thing here. I have almost all of these things, by the way. I just need to make wire casts, which means I need to make a rolling machine. We'll do that in a bit. But I think this is what we need to do. So we need a tinker station, we need some sort of seared stuff. I'm pretty sure, yes, we can use bronze. Now to make bronze, we just need to combine tin and copper. So let's get some of those things. Okay, so I think I finally got enough things to actually build the thing that we need to do. So we're going to take our seared bricks, we take our bronze things, and we have our tinker's anvil. So we put that down. This is done, we don't get a reward, but it does mean we can make some advanced stuff. Slightly irritating, we should have maybe cooked something first. But to make the broadaxe, we need the broadaxe head. We'll need... I can't tell if that's a tough tool rod or a normal tool rod. We'll also need a pickaxe and some binding. So, let's grab our iron for the pickaxe head. Let's chuck that in there. We need a pickaxe. Put this down like so. Blocks of iron apparently take longer to smelt, which, to be fair, makes sense. And then we're also going to need some copper for the other bits. I don't think I'll need more than like 5 of them. This is all melted out. That's good, so let's do that. We get that. That can go in here. And then... Can we just put the copper in here? Will it cook without any issue? We'll need... Is it a tough handle? I don't think so. I think I can just use a normal tool rod. Yeah, we can't do anything with this until we get the iron out, which is kind of annoying. So let's just make some quick ingots. Then let's try making a tool rod. So I have that ready, hopefully. Oh no, it's totally the bigger one, isn't it? Yeah, we need the tough rod for that. That's fine. So let's get the tough handle. Let's hope that that is enough iron or copper. It is not, so we need to throw some more in there. And what was the last thing we needed? Just a tool binding. That's fine. Let's finish that up. And then one tool binding. Ah. Ooh, we should use our new axe. Let's use that. I mean, it sets them on fire, which is okay, I guess. If I put all those together, switch those around, we get our broad axe. Excellent. It has a ridiculous amount of durability, especially compared to this thing. Although it is much slower. I think that's fine. Let's go find a tree to test it on. And what this lets us do is it finally lets us cut down entire trees. And actually, it doesn't even take that long. Either way, for when we do need to do, like, specific cutting down of trees, that is a lot faster. Awesome.